Hi, my name is Tim Hennessy and I am talking to you tonight from Dublin. I actually live in Wicklow in Ireland with Michaela, my partner, and two kids, Emma and Tig. I'm actually a retailer. I have a number of small businesses in Dublin, and I commute up and down bar 3 nights a week where I stay in my brother's house, but it's actually not his house. I'm actually in his shed, which they converted into an office, so I'm very grateful. But they get me out of the big house, put me in the shed, and this is the sort of things I'll be getting up to in the shed, right? Tonight I want to talk to you about currency, money. I actually want to talk to you about blockchain technology, but we'll get to that in future posted videos, I hope, if you stay with me. I want to talk to you about money essentially as, in its 4 parts. We break it down as a medium of exchange, unit of account, a store of value, okay? And the main one is a system of control, and that's specifically what I'll talk to you about tonight, system of control. In 1970, Richard Nixon signed the Bank Secrecy Act, and he gave sweeping powers to the financial industry to basically act as enforcers of financial system or banking, if you like, okay? And what I'm suggesting tonight is that whole, well, we're dealing with the ramifications of that ever since. But what I want to suggest to you tonight is that basically the function of currency and the money, whatever, just hasn't worked. It's letting us all down. There's 7.5 billion people worldwide. 2.5 billion people don't have access to the banking system whatsoever. 4 billion people are very much underbanked, and I would class myself as being in that cohort of people. That leaves about 1.5 billion people who really benefit from the banking system, and within that then you could argue that there's tiers of access that some of them would have, right? And essentially mistakes that have been made, there's been plenty of those over the last number of years. Now I'm talking to you from Ireland, so we've made our mistakes. We leveraged too much to excess, and we've been dealing with the ramifications ever since. So it's been a difficult time over the last number of years. We don't have access to the funds that we'd like to have, or we're just basically struggling to get out from this burden of debt, essentially, that wasn't all of our own making. But when I think about the people in Greece, or I think about different parts of the world where they've been even more so affected, even more so. So what I'm suggesting to you today is that whole system is just it just doesn't work. 25 years we've had of the technical revolution, the internet, massive advancements made in technology in terms of phones, computers, laptops, smartphones, apps, software, whatever. And where is the financial system? It's 15-20 years behind, really, and we're still doing the same things that we're doing, and we've been let down. None of the bankers or whatever who went to jail over all of this mess that's been caused. So they have access and control to all of the funds and the systems and everything, and that whole, it's just not working. The economic exclusion for billions of people, and the financial system has been unassailable from competition up until now. Okay, there's been no flow of money or freedom or money. The breakdown in trust and the control system will be government controlled or whatever. It's just not working. It hasn't worked. And what scares me is they've run out of ideas. With the interest rates as low as they've ever been, if and when the next financial crisis happens, what are they going to do? Believe me, they've run out of all options here. Now, look, I'm not a financial advisor. I can't give advice to anyone financially, but what I can tell you about is my experience and my struggles, good and bad. I've made some good decisions, made some bad decisions. But the big thing for me, and what has me really excited, and the reason I'm doing this video tonight, is because I want to talk to you about blockchain technology and how things are going to be very different going forward. And essentially there are design principles that are based on blockchain technology, which is openness, neutrality, borderless access, and censorship resistance. And it's a game that the banks can't compete with. They've had it all their own way essentially. When you lodge your money into the bank, you pretty much hope or trust that it's secure and it's safe. Or tell that to the people in Greece who one after poof, all their money just disappeared. You're insured. You're insured for small losses, but for big failures, no, there's no cover, right? So when you lodge money into your bank account, you like to think that it's there for you to access as and when you like it, but that money then is just leveraged to lend. It's an unsecured loan which you're given to the banks, and they use that money and just lend it out 15 times over to whoever they can, and that's how they make their money. But what if there's a call on that money? If you all turn up at the same time looking to access your funds, you're in for a rude surprise. So ultimately, that's what scares me going forward. If there is some kind of disaster and impending, I don't want to be the impending doom or anything, so I don't know. But all I know is there is another alternative these days, and this is just what's so exciting to me. The youth of today will not know that. They'll know something completely different. They have the power of voice, if you like, and they have the power to do two things. They have the power to voice their concerns and march on the streets or whatever, but they also have the power to exit the financial system that we have all been brought up to think that is the only option that was there for us. They won't care about the rules of the past that we've been confined to. The banking system is demographically stagnated. It's just doesn't, transfer of funds and money doesn't work. It's been over leveraged, and we're swimming in debt. $21 trillion worth of debt the United States government have now. It's just out of control, and it just doesn't serve us going forward. The whole banking security is a fiction, and we don't have to be a part of that going forward. So blockchain technology, it's an open, borderless system that allows you to exchange funds from peer to peer without the authority of a third party. So what do they do? They're afraid of this open exchange or open technology. So what do? They regulate it. They regulate the exchanges. They regulate the interest rates. They regulate whatever they can regulate, essentially. Regulate bank accounts, regulate nations with stop money going in, stop money going out. That's what they kind of control that they have. But what I'm suggesting to you is that they can't do any of that with blockchain technology, and that's the power. It's everywhere. So they've stamped down on they want to control the movement of blockchain technology. Is just going to get rid of all that. That is a technology that you have to understand and you have to learn as much as you can about. And that's why I want you to join me in this group so that we can talk about the future of money, the future of business, and I want you to join this group so that we can discuss more of this. So hopefully that's something that's of interest to you, and I would like to promote further discussion. Thank you for your time.